Did you know that 50% of businesses fail within the first 5 years? And yet, 90% of the world's wealth is controlled by just 10% of people. So, what's the secret that makes the rich different from the rest? It's not just about having a good idea, it's about how they think, learn, and grow. In this guide, we'll explore the strategies used by successful entrepreneurs that most people don't know about. You'll learn how the rich turn failure into fuel, how they spot opportunities where others see roadblocks, and why their mindset is the key to their massive success. This isn't your typical business advice. We'll dive into data-backed methods that work, not theories. Get ready to discover the hidden habits and secrets that can help you start a business the right way and scale it for long-term success. Stay tuned, because the path to wealth might not be what you think. Chapter 1. The Hidden Blueprint. What sets rich entrepreneurs apart? Successful entrepreneurs often have one thing in common: a hidden blueprint that shapes their journey. It's not just about luck or timing, it's about mindset. According to a study from Harvard Business Review, 90% of wealthy entrepreneurs attribute their success to specific mindset traits. These include resilience, adaptability, and a constant hunger for learning. Wealthy people think differently. They don't just focus on what's right in front of them, they're always thinking 2 or 3 steps ahead. One key habit is the ability to see opportunity where others see problems. Data from the Global Entrepreneurship Monitor shows that 63% of successful entrepreneurs identified opportunities while others were stuck in problem mode. Another critical factor is how they view failure. Instead of seeing it as an end, they view failure as data, valuable information that will lead to future success. Rich entrepreneurs tend to take calculated risks, but they do so with a clear understanding of the potential reward. They often weigh risks with the mindset of, "What can I learn from this?" rather than, "What if I fail?" A study by the Kauffman Foundation found that successful entrepreneurs are 33% more likely to embrace calculated risks compared to the average person. They also tend to have a deep understanding of the market before launching their businesses, which allows them to avoid costly mistakes. Their success is rarely an accident. Instead, they intentionally cultivate habits like reading, networking, and focusing on long-term goals. Bill Gates, for example, is known for reading 50 books a year, a habit that has shaped his ability to think innovatively. The key is understanding that success doesn't come from a single moment, but from years of intentional decisions and habits that align with growth. Chapter 2. Wealth is earned in silence. The secret art of building momentum. Starting a business is never as glamorous as it seems in the movies. The real work happens in the silence, in the long hours of building something from the ground up. According to research from the Small Business Administration, it takes an average of 3 years for a new business to become profitable. That's where most people quit. But it's during these quieter stages that true wealth is built. Entrepreneurs who make it big know that initial success is usually a slow burn. A study by the Ewing Marion Kauffman Foundation found that nearly 50% of new businesses fail within the first 5 years. But for those who persist, they learn to build momentum by focusing on small wins, instead of large, immediate returns. Rich entrepreneurs don't need validation to keep moving forward. They build success by constantly improving, adjusting, and experimenting. Take Jeff Bezos, who started Amazon in a garage. In its early years, Amazon was unprofitable. Yet, Bezos was focused on building infrastructure and improving customer experience. These small, quiet efforts snowballed into a massive company. Data shows that success is built on persistence, not flashy overnight breakthroughs. According to a 2020 study by the National Bureau of Economic Research, businesses that survived the first 5 years were 90% more likely to thrive over the next decade. The lesson is clear: stay focused and continue to build momentum, even when it feels like no one is watching. If you want to learn more strategies on how to build momentum for your business, hit the subscribe button and stay tuned for Chapter 3. Chapter 3. The 80/20ths of Success. Leveraging your energy for explosive growth. Ever heard of the 80/20ths rule? It's the idea that 80% of results come from just 20% of efforts. This principle, also known as the Pareto principle, has been a game changer for successful entrepreneurs. When applied properly, it can help you focus on the most important tasks that yield the greatest return on investment. A study by the Harvard Business Review found that 20% of successful entrepreneurs spend 80% of their time on high-value tasks. They understand that not every task is created equal, and they make intentional choices to focus on what really moves the needle. The trick is identifying those tasks and prioritizing them. Take Elon Musk, for example. He's known for spending his time on high-priority tasks, like product development and engineering. He delegates the smaller details to trusted managers. According to a survey by McKinsey, this type of time management is crucial for scaling a business quickly and efficiently. Data shows that the richest entrepreneurs are also the most selective with their energy. They cut out distractions and avoid low-impact tasks that don't drive growth. For example, Richard Branson attributes part of his success to saying no to opportunities that don't align with his core business strategy. This strategic decision-making leads to exponential growth. By understanding the 80-20 rule and focusing on the most profitable areas of your business, you can unlock massive growth. A report by the Boston Consulting Group found that businesses that apply the 80-20 rule effectively see a 50% increase in profits within just 2 years. This data shows that leveraging your energy for high-impact tasks is one of the smartest strategies for growth. Don't miss out on the next chapter, where we dive deep into how failure can actually drive your success. Make sure to subscribe and stay tuned for Chapter 4. Chapter 4. Living Beyond Limits. How to turn your failures into data-driven lessons. Failure is often seen as the end of the road, but for successful entrepreneurs, it's just the beginning of learning. Rich entrepreneurs embrace failure, not as a setback, but as valuable data that can help them improve. According to a study by the Ewing Marion Kauffman Foundation, 50% of startups fail within the first 5 years. But those that use failure as feedback are far more likely to rise stronger. Instead of seeing failure as something to avoid, successful entrepreneurs see it as a tool for refinement. When Elon Musk's first 2 rocket launches failed, he didn't give up. He analyzed the data and made adjustments. This data-driven approach led to the eventual success of SpaceX. A study from the National Bureau of Economic Research shows that businesses that learn from their failures are 30% more likely to survive long-term. The secret to bouncing back is not just resilience, but also reflection. Entrepreneurs who thrive often take time to analyze their mistakes systematically. For instance, they'll review what went wrong and identify key patterns. In fact, data from Gallup suggests that people who engage in reflection are 25% more likely to improve their decision-making. Failure also drives innovation. A report from the McKinsey Global Institute found that businesses that fail quickly, learn, and pivot can recover 10 times faster than those who stick to outdated models. A perfect example is Jeff Bezos and Amazon. The company's early failures helped shape its current global dominance. Bezos always said, if you double the number of experiments you do per year, you're going to double your inventiveness. The lesson here is clear. To truly succeed, you must embrace failure as part of the process. Don't fear it. Instead, use it to gather insights and continuously improve. Remember, data never lies. It tells you exactly where you need to adjust and adapt. Chapter 5. Teaching the Next Wave. How the rich scale through mentorship. One of the most powerful strategies for growth isn't just about what you know, it's about who you teach. The rich understand the power of mentorship and passing on knowledge. It's not just about personal success, but about creating a ripple effect that extends beyond themselves. Bill Gates, for instance, credits much of his success to mentorship. He learned from others, but he also used what he learned to teach and mentor countless people. According to a study by the American Society for Training and Development, businesses that encourage mentorship see a 33% higher retention rate for employees. The act of mentoring has a profound impact on business growth. A report by the National Mentoring Partnership found that 55% of entrepreneurs who mentored others reported increased business success. Mentorship leads to better decision-making, networking, and innovative ideas, 3 key components of scaling a business. But mentorship isn't just about one-on-one relationships. It's about creating a culture of learning within your organization. Warren Buffett, for example, has spent decades teaching his investment principles to others. His mentorship has not only created a legacy but has also fostered a network of like-minded investors. The key takeaway here is that teaching others accelerates your growth and the growth of your business. Successful entrepreneurs also realize that learning never stops. By teaching, they constantly reinforce their knowledge. This is a concept known as the Feynman technique, named after physicist Richard Feynman. It's the idea that teaching something to someone else is one of the best ways to truly understand it yourself. A study published in the Journal of Business Research found that entrepreneurs who engage in teaching activities see a 40% improvement in their leadership skills. By creating a mentoring ecosystem, rich entrepreneurs scaled their impact exponentially. It's not just about increasing revenue, it's about creating a network of growth that continues to expand. Mentorship isn't a one-time thing. It's an ongoing process that builds future leaders. When you teach others, you're setting up the foundation for long-term success and sustainability. Chapter 6. The Billionaire's Mind. Thinking differently with data in the driver's seat. The mindset of a billionaire is different from that of most entrepreneurs. They don't just think about short-term profits or quick wins. They think about data, trends, and how to stay ahead of the curve. A study from the University of California found that successful entrepreneurs use data analytics to guide 80% of their business decisions. For billionaires, data isn't optional, it's the foundation of their strategy. Take the example of Mark Zuckerberg, who transformed Facebook using data. In the early days, Facebook was just a social platform. But Zuckerberg made strategic decisions based on user data, predicting how people would interact with the platform. His focus on data-driven decisions allowed Facebook to grow into the global powerhouse it is today. According to a report by McKinsey, data-driven companies are 23 times more likely to acquire customers and 6 times more likely to retain them. Billionaires also use data to spot trends before they become mainstream. They think in patterns, using data to predict the next big thing. For example, Jeff Bezos used data to foresee the importance of cloud computing before it became a major industry trend. Amazon Web Services, Oz, is now one of the most profitable segments of Amazon, all thanks to Bezos' ability to spot a data-backed opportunity early on. The key to thinking like the rich is to focus on long-term data-driven strategies. Instead of looking at what's popular now, you should be asking, what's going to be big in 5 years? Data-driven entrepreneurs build scalable systems and businesses that can grow and adapt over time. They think about customer behavior, market shifts, and technological advances, and they make decisions that set them up for long-term success. Furthermore, billionaires are not just interested in raw data, they focus on insights. It's not about just gathering information, it's about interpreting it in a way that provides a competitive edge. Data scientists have shown that successful entrepreneurs use data to craft personal, more precise business strategies, which leads to higher growth and profitability. To think like the rich, adopt a mindset of constant data analysis and strategic prediction. It's not enough to react to trends. True success comes from anticipating them. When you make decisions based on data, you're setting yourself up for success that's built to last. Thanks for following along. Don't forget to subscribe for more business strategies and tips on how to build a successful business backed by real data.